What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? Your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gaming is back again with another Midday Monologue. So what brings me out today? About 16 months ago, I was sent a game for review purposes. It was just before Gen Con 2016. And I was very excited about this game because I had never heard of it before. It was completely off my radar. And I was contacted. They were looking for more positive, not positive, but they were looking for more they were looking for more reviewers from America. And at the time I was doing written reviews, and they wanted me to write up a review for the game. And I got a copy of the game in the mail, sat it down with the 20-Sided Warriors. We had a couple of playthroughs, and we all really enjoyed the game. It's a take-that style game, and we really liked it. Before that, our favorite take-that game was the Munchkin games, which we had actually gotten a little tired of. I mean, we could still pull it out and throw it on the table and we'll have fun, but it's not the kind of game that we're making plans around, that's for sure. And this take-that game definitely took us to a new level, to a point where we actually enjoyed take-that games again. And that game, by Hex Games, it's called Dwarves in Trouble. And this is the review box that I got for it. And let's see here if I can get this open with one hand. And really all it is, there we go. A bunch of cards. Some cardboard coins, gold coins. And a little rule book. That's all it was. We got it. We played it a bunch of times. We loved it. It was a great game. Still is. Love playing this review copy I have. It's not even the final copy, but we love this game. I haven't really thought about it too much. It's come up on my feeds a couple of times. We've dropped a couple of videos and they've been reposted. And what I noticed was the other day I got a message on my YouTube from one of the backers of this game. And apparently the game still hasn't delivered. And of course, it's been over a year now, and the backers are rightfully upset. So I jumped on the Kickstarter page, took a look at some of the messages that Hex Games has been dropping, and I see a lot of excuses that have been going on for months, for over a year almost, just excuse after excuse after excuse, almost always a different excuse. And it gave me the feeling that, and I'm not the only one, because reading the comments after I read after I read everything, I was reading the comments left by the backers. It definitely seems that they just keep going through, okay, we gave them this excuse, now let's come up with another excuse, let's come up with another excuse. One of the biggest excuses right now is over the cards. Apparently they decided not to go with the linen final cards, and the reason for that is because the production team that they're using, that company told them that those cards aren't going to last, the linen cards are horrible, and to go with a lower grade card. It seems that a lot of the backers are under the impression that Hex really hasn't done any of their own research, and everything that's being told to them they're taking as the word of law. I don't know the Polish production company that they're using. I don't know anything about them, so I can't state on that. I have no first-hand knowledge. Let me say that right up front. I have no first-hand knowledge from Hex Games, no communications from them. I am really going on what they wrote and what the comments from the backers have been. But overall, I am highly upset at this because this is a great game. This is a fun game. It's a really fun take-that style game. And one of the things that I find so fun about it is the over-politeness of the game. Because the idea of the game is you're trying to steal from the dragon while the dragon's out, and the dragon comes back before you and your buddy dwarves leave, and you pretty much get caught red-handed, and the dragon's hunting you down. And the dragon can sniff the gold, and it's going to kill everyone except whoever doesn't have any gold, or the least amount of gold at the end of the game. That's the only one that's going to survive. So it's like this overly politeness of, take that card game where you're playing a card like, oh, don't I owe you this? And you're giving your coins to someone else, and they might play a card, oh, no, you don't owe me anything, take it back. So it's like this overly politeness that I find very, very funny. almost like the on the Bugs Bunny cartoons, the two little groundhogs that are so overly polite. Oh, no, after you. Oh, I couldn't. No, sir, after you. Oh, you're too kind. No, after you. That's the way the game feels, and that's one of the reasons why we had so much fun playing this. Even though it's not even final components. The cards I got are crap cards because they're beta version. The coins are really cheap, thin cardboard coins. Because why? Because this is a beta that was just made specifically to send out to the reviewers like myself. And I'm still impressed with this. Not with the components, obviously, but the game itself, I'm still very impressed with it, and we still play it. My whole point of this is, if for whatever reason Hex Games just drops the ball completely. Now, I noticed, I wasn't able to read the last comment that they posted because it was for backers only, which I was not, but it did mention backer refunds, and a lot of the comments talking about people that are getting refunded for back in the game, which has just been constantly put off, delayed. Now they're saying that they're shipping some out. They had some to give out at Spiel. But and that's the thing, is that they had copies to sell and give out apparently at Spiel, I'm reading, but the backers themselves still haven't gotten anything. I remember not too long ago, something similar happened with a game called Odin's Ravens, where they had backers, they had the game successfully backed, and for whatever reason, production reasons or whatever, it never materialized. Osprey Games ended up buying Odin's Ravens, and the first thing they did was they took care of all the backers from the previous company. Very cool thing. They didn't have to do that, and they did it anyway. I kind of feel that if Hex continues to just drop the ball on this, that the only way we're going to get this game to the market then, if someone pulls an Osprey. I don't know what to call it. But if somebody pulls an Osprey Games, if another company comes in and says, my God, this is a good game, we have to get this to the market, let me buy this from you and we're going to produce it. That's what I feel is going to save the game. Because anyone that likes quick game, quick is a relative term, but I mean, this game's not going to take you hours, that's for sure. And if you like Take That games, this is great. No, this isn't going to be a game that you're going to plan your days around, your gaming days all around this. But it's a great game to just throw out. Anytime I put this out on the table, it's enjoyed. Because of the funny Take That aspect. Like I said, the whole overly politeness of it. And if you're playing with a group that kind of likes to get into character, the game's really going to shine. I guarantee you, I have not put this game in front of anyone and they felt like, they felt like, oh, what a waste of time. Not once has that happened. Again, obviously everything is your own personal taste, and the group that you're playing with, how they interact with each other, how they interact with the game, that's going to make a big difference. But overall, I got to say, Dwarves in Trouble is a good game, and we need to see this on the market. I don't know if that's because Hex is going to have to just step up their game, or if someone else is going to have to come in like Osprey Games did with Odin's Ravens and just take over and then take care of the original backers. Again, a company doesn't have to do that, but it definitely shows coolness when you do. And it makes people stand up and recognize you in a good, positive way. So, everyone that backed Dwarves in Trouble, I feel for you. I really do, because this is a good game, and I want this game to be in your hands. I want Hex to be able to deliver this. But if they can't, I want someone else to do this. So Hex, if you're watching this, one of the things that I gleaned from the comments section on the Kickstarter page seems to be lack of communication. That, besides the fact that everything is being put off and everything is being delayed, a lot of the backers are getting upset because there's a lack of communication. Now, right now, I'm going through something as a backer with Greater Than Games. Greater Than Games, I'm a huge fan. If you've watched any of my videos before, you may have heard this come up in other subjects, but I am a huge fan of Sentinels of the Multiverse. It is a fantastic, fun game. I backed the final expansion, Oblivion, and it's late. And it's delayed, and it's delayed. But the difference is, I'm not getting upset about this because they're being really good about being in communication. Every month, they talk to us. They give us production shots. They explain to us what's going on. And now we know that the biggest reason that game is being delayed is because of the Ultimate Collector's Box, because they're having such a hard problem, or it's solved now, we're having such a hard problem getting a box that didn't break apart. It's holding over 3,000 cards. It gets heavy. They needed something that wasn't going to fall apart, and it took them a lot longer than they planned to be able to get a production value box ready. That's not going to fall apart on us. So they were doing something good in order to get things to us, which is why it was delayed. But they kept in contact with us. In fact, last month, for the month of October, every Tuesday, they dropped information for us. They totally kept us in the feed all the way from beginning to end. And now it looks like it's definitely going to be shipped within the next 4 to 6 weeks. So that's awesome. That's great. We are loving this. Hex Games, if you're listening, you have to have better communication with your backers. That's one of the things that I'm reading in the comments that's really upsetting everyone. Yes, they're upset because things have been delayed. They're upset because you've downgraded the quality of the cards. Some of the people that were able to pick up early at Essen Spiel say that it lacked components, that there were things that were missing in this. You can't do that. You have a good game and you're just bringing it down by doing all this. So please get your act together, because I want people, maybe even more than you guys at Hex, I want people to have this game. I want them to play this game. Hell, if I was an independently wealthy billionaire, I would fix the problem right now myself. That's how much I think that the backers and the people that haven't backed the game, that are just waiting for it because maybe they didn't have a chance to back it, or maybe people like the 20-sided warriors in my group that would like to get the copy of the game to have themselves, they can't get it. I'm sure there are other reviewers that reviewed this game, but there are people in their group that would love to have their hands on it. Give it to us. Give it to us complete. Communicate with us, please. And if you can't do it, Hex, hopefully someone else will buy this game from you. Osprey Games, Eagle Griffin Games, somebody, please, even IDW, come on. If you can't handle it, Hex, let someone else finish it for you. Dwarves in trouble. Dwarves need help. Dwarves in trouble need help. All right, so I really do. I hope this gets solved soon by Hex or by someone else. Everyone out there that backs Dwarves in Trouble, I'm feeling for you. I'm very sorry. It is a fun game, and I know that you're waiting this long, and that you kind of feel is detracting when you finally get the game. No matter how good the game is, you're going to be feeling to yourself, was it worth the wait? I'm sorry you're going through it, because the game is fun. I hope you all get it soon, like I said, through Hex or through someone else. Fingers crossed for you guys. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gamings, and my friends, it's that time. I am out of here.